Good morning, children. Today we shall deal with the third and the final topic of this chapter, inflation. Normally, what is inflation? Inflation is commonly understood to be a situation in which the prices of goods and services persistently rise at a fast pace. Let us see some of the definitions of inflation. Dr. A.P. Lerner defines inflation as a situation of excess demand over supply of goods and services. Dr. J.M. Keynes defines inflation as the constant and steady increase in price levels which lead to a decrease in the purchasing power of money. Now, let us see the characteristics of inflation. On the basis of the above definitions, we can understand the characteristics of inflation. Inflation means there is a constant rise in price level. The price rises in all sectors of the economy. The purchasing power or the value of money decreases. I will explain this with an example. Suppose the price of 1 kg tomatoes earlier in January was 20 per kg and now it has increased to 50 rupees per kg. We can say that there is inflation. The amount is 1 kg only, but because of the rise in the price of tomatoes, the purchasing power of money has fallen. Previously, you could buy 2.5 kgs of tomatoes with rupees 50, but now you can buy only 1 kg. The rise in price level after full employment of factors of production is inflation. There are some other points which have to be understood for better understanding of inflation. When the government keeps control and suppresses the price level through regulations, laws and subsidies, there is no price rise. It is called suppressed inflation. If in an economy there is an increase in the price of limited goods or services for a shorter period of time, then it is not considered inflation. In short, even after the full employment, if there is continuous rise in price level in all sectors of the economy, it is called as inflation. Now we shall understand the causes of inflation. The two major factors affecting the price of goods and services are demand and supply. Hence, these are the factors responsible for inflation. Now, let us understand demand pull inflation. Demand pull inflation refers to a situation in which the prices rise because the demand for goods and services exceeds their total supply available at the current prices. Demand pull inflation is caused by the following factors. Increase in money supply. According to the monetarists, increase in supply of money in the country, the money income of the people increases and hence the people increase their demand for goods and services. Corresponding to the increase in demand, the supply remains constant, leading to an increase in the price and inflation. Therefore, Matchlup has said that too much money chasing too few goods is called inflation. The second factor responsible for increase in inflation from the demand side is increase in public expenditure. In a developing country like India, the government is involved in the process of economic development. The government incurs expenditure on various sectors like infrastructure. It tries to provide basic utilities, creation of employment, which increases supply of money in the economy. Thus, if the government circulates supply of money in excess of production of goods and services by increasing public expenditures, then the rise in price level leads to an inflation. The last factor which is responsible for inflation from the demand side is overpopulation. India is a densely populated country. The increasing population causes increase in demand of basic requirements, and if the supply is insufficient, the price level increases. On the other hand, if the population remains constant and the purchasing power increases due to rise in incomes, there is a rise in price level. Thus, due to the increase in demand and increase in supply of money, incomes of people increase, which leads to an increase in the price level of goods and services. Now, an increase in the cost of production also results in inflation. And this type of inflation is from the supply side. This is called as supply shock inflation or cost push inflation. If there is an increase in the cost of raw materials, machineries, electricity, water charges, wages of workers, transportation, there is an increase in the price of goods and services. Therefore, the prices of goods and services, instead of being pulled by the demand factor, may be pushed up as a result of rise in cost of production. Hence, this type of inflation is called as cost push inflation. Let us see the reasons for the cost push inflation. Even though the root causes of inflation are increase in demand, increase in cost of production, there are other factors which also trigger inflation. The other factors which trigger inflation are taxation policy. Increase in tax rates increases the cost of production of the materials, which leads to rise in inflation. Increase in the price of import. In India, 70% of petroleum products are supplied through imports. If there is an increase in the price of crude oil in the international markets, then there will be an increase in the rates of petrol and diesel in India, which increases the prices of other products. The last factor which is responsible for inflation from the supply side or the cost push inflation is scarcity. When there is a scarcity in terms of raw materials, electricity, etc. in production, there is an increase in the price level of goods and services. If the scarcity is continuing for a long period of time, then it can cause inflation. With this, we come to the end of this chapter, chapter 3 of economics, inflation. In the next lecture, I shall give you the assignment questions of chapter 1 and chapter 3 so that you can write it in your notebook and can study for exam.